like everybody else I've met.
Ann Killian with
Hey,
the Chronicle.
yeah, hey Ann, how are you?
You on TV
Yep, it's a pleasure. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
George Devon, Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah, hey George. How are you?
Coach.
Good.
Sonny, Rich Walcott,
Hey, Rich.
AGO, your
Good seeing you.
flagship.
Okay.
David.
Yeah, David. It's a pleasure. Good seeing you, man.
All right, guys, go ahead.
FBA. What is FBA?
You want one?
No, I just was wondering what that meant.
Sonny, can you talk about the three quarterback candidates and what each of them brings and what you'll be looking for specifically from one of them?
Yeah,
for him to become the guy?
I think the defining characteristic, for winning the job will be, who do we think gives us the best chance to win, and what is that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's the funny thing. Sometimes it's a guy that can, sometimes it's Tim Tebow, a guy who breaks 7 tackles, and other times it's a guy that goes in and manages a game and doesn't turn the ball over, and AJ McCarron type of thing, and then. So it just depends. I mean, it depends on what we think gives us the best shot to put a good product out there August 31st. And the strength of each is a little different. I mean, Austin Hinder is a little stronger, bigger, perceived to be a little bit better runner. I think certainly when you look at his high school tape, did a good job running. Obviously hasn't done that in a while. And so that's something that we need to let him do. We did let him do it a little bit in the spring, run a little bit, something we'll let him probably do a little bit in fall camp, just to see how good of a runner he actually is. Zach Klein is the big-armed guy that can make the throws, that's got to learn to rein himself in a little bit, try not to force balls into small windows, that needs to learn to, improve his touch, mid-range accuracy, all that kind of stuff, but can certainly make the throws and has some mental toughness that we like and some leadership abilities. And then Jared Goff has been the surprise, that we've talked a little bit about, just, maturity and his ability to have confidence and believe in themselves and to pick things up incredibly quickly like he did in the spring. So, when you sit down and look at them all, I mean, there's different strengths and weaknesses, and the big thing we got to do is see which one we think can lead us to wins.
Do you concern yourself at all with the idea that if you were to decide that the true freshman is the guy, that the other guys go running for the hills, or?
You can't worry about that. I mean, it's the same old deal. You gotta do what's best for your football team, and there's certainly, you worry about that if that happens. I mean, that's certainly always a possibility, but I don't see how that's really any different than if a guy's a redshirt freshman or a guy's really a redshirt junior, for that matter. I mean, the great thing about all three of those guys, they all three understand the value of a Cal education and how special it is, the opportunities they have as a result of playing football at Cal. And so, I think they're at the school for the right reason, and we'll see how it plays out.
What do you make the call, Coach? Do you feel like you committed to the guy for maybe 4 or 5 games, or are you willing to make a radical switch if you have to?
Yeah, I mean, same thing, same answer. Is you're always going to do what's best for your team. You think sometimes you make mistakes. I mean, as coaches, we think we know everything, but sometimes we don't, and sometimes we make bad decisions, and sometimes we make the right decision, and the kid can't handle it. And, I mean, there's so many things at play. We're always going to do what we think is best for our football team. That's our responsibility, is to our players, and for the betterment of the team. And that's how we make every decision. And they're tough decisions you have to make sometimes, but they're always going to be made for what's going to be better for the entire group and give us the best chance to win.
You mentioned 6 of your top 10 guys missing spring ball. How difficult is that? How well do you know your team? How much learning do you have to do in this group?
Well, that's we know the guys that went through spring football, and we don't know the ones that didn't. I mean, we do to a degree. I mean, we've got a chance to be around them a little bit, but how are they going to fit into our schemes? How are they going to react to our coaching? All those are a little bit of unknowns. The good thing is, we're going in healthy. Other than Bill Tyndall, who we think will have an opportunity to be healthy for week 1. We're going in with a pretty clean slate on all those guys health-wise, and so that part of it's a positive. I mean, anytime somebody didn't participate in spring, it's a negative, but the positive is they don't get injured. And so that's, so we're in a pretty good spot health-wise, but we'll see what we have with some of those guys. We think we know, but we'll find out.
Sonny, have you ever started a true freshman quarterback, and how does that play into your thinking in the big picture?
Yeah, year 2 at Louisiana Tech, we actually started a 17-year-old true freshman, second youngest guy in college football history. And so, we're not afraid to do it. We have a track record of doing it. And so that's really not a concern for us. Whoever we think's the best will be the guy that starts.
In terms of overall buy-in, how's your team doing?
Better than expected, honestly. The buy-in's been great. I mean, you take over a program, it's hard because, they have strong bonds with the previous coaching staff, and, the players really liked Coach Tedford and played hard for him and had a lot of respect for him. And so it's hard when all those people that you know and have laid it on the line for aren't there anymore. It's a difficult situation. And to their credit, they've been incredibly open-minded, done everything we've asked them to do, and then some. And that buy-in will be tested, during the season. I mean, it's easy for everybody to buy in when everything goes their way. And so that's going to be our message to them is, we'll find out about our team when we have a little adversity. We'll see how we're going to handle it because, it's all puppy dogs and rainbows right now, and we'll find out about how tough they're going to be when things, aren't easy.
You mentioned challenges. What do you think are the big? Cal's a unique program. What do you think are the biggest challenges that you face?
Well, I think I think the people view the academic situation as a challenge. I view it as a positive. I think the academic challenges. I mean,